Creating a reality that includes a purpose for the universe is the design of my next thought exercise. Pretend that everything in the universe has a purpose and a place put in its place to provide its purpose. This creates a reason for being, a reason for reality. It may be possible that purpose may not be, and all we perceive is a random accident. But excluding that possibility brings me to the idea that we have a purpose in the universe. A being that, through many transitions, has been created to understand reality and calculate our existence. If this is true, and the universe, through purposeful creation, allowed certain properties to exist for this creation, then for what? I many times have tried to create in my mind the reason for our existence in such a purpose-created universe. The possibility that our mind is a tool that has been built with the complexity of many molecules in a strange combination to have the ability to create combinations of complexity for a certain end. We may never understand this purpose, but just the idea of our creations may have a purpose for the universe to complete its cycle. What if, for some reason, the universe has a complex system that must be reset and then continues in a never-ending cycle we will never fully understand? Like the weather here on Earth? The spring doesn't understand that it creates the cycle of rebirth for the flowers, and the bee doesn't fully understand that the rebirth of the flowers creates the cycle that recreates the growth of its hive. We may be the spring that drives the cycle of the universe. In my simplest way to describe it is we may be the being that winds the clock. Something we create that will inevitably destroy us may start a process that resets the cycle of our universe. Accepting the idea of purpose for human existence opens a door that forces me to examine what it might be. If everything is created for its own end, then creating is part of the end. We may one day open that door, a door we can't close. And this discovery will wind the clock back to the beginning, creating the path required to begin the cycle. I think, therefore I am. I remember the first time I read that statement. It was written on the chalkboard in the best classroom I had ever had the pleasure to occupy. The first time I was forced to think outside the mathematical life I had resigned myself to. There is nothing more humbling than the day you realize you truly don't understand anything. Many times in our history, we have relied on intellects to command our descriptions of reality, to then, in a very short period of time, find all the conclusions to be completely incorrect. All conclusions we hold now to be any type of understanding will probably be incorrect, and any idea is suspect. Peer review is simply what it describes and never should be confused with truth. Such a simple combination of words, so simple that it seems obvious, yet so powerful. So powerful to me that it changed my entire life. To me, and this is my own personal interpretation, it said, I think, therefore I don't understand. Who am I? The question I desire so deeply the answer. It's like a plague infecting my mind. I can only include this section of this thought experiment to allow you to understand how I got to this space of my thoughts.